As Michigan State University continues to focus on improving the university's culture and emphasizing the importance of a safer, more inclusive campus, the next No More Campus survey is being launched on March 16th. It will be open to all MSU students, faculty, and staff and will assess perceptions of the university culture related to sexual misconduct, relationship violence, and workplace incivility. Feedback from the MSU community is valued and necessary to continue the work improving policies, programming, and services that create a culture that seeks to eliminate discrimination, harassment, sexual misconduct, and relationship violence.
I'm Carrie Moylan. I'm an associate professor in the School of Social Work here at MSU. I'm a member of the RVSM Expert Advisory Work Group, and I have been the lead on the No More Campus survey.
I'm Jacob Nason. I am a first-year PhD student in social work here at MSU, and I've been helping out with the No More survey as Carrie's graduate assistant.
So No More is a survey that we did for the first time in 2019, and we'll be repeating again this spring. And it's an opportunity for MSU to learn about how members of our campus, students, staff, and faculty think about how the university is doing related to relationship violence, sexual misconduct, stalking. So perceptions of the university, perceptions of the climate and culture here at MSU, as well as a sense of the experiences that students, staff, and faculty are having related to RVSM. The name No More sort of came first, and it was an opportunity for us to say if we know more as a campus, we'll have more information to help us think about how to improve programs, policies, services, and support for survivors. And then as we started working on the strategic plan and the Support More initiative, we thought it's a nice way to say when you know more, then you can, as a campus, do more. And if we're doing more, then we'll do a better job at supporting survivors. So we'll be supporting more. And it seemed a nice way to sort of tie it all together and to think about the work that we've been engaged in as a university and as a community in the past 5 years or so, to really sort of take a look at what we're doing to improve our response to survivors, to make sure our policies are appropriate, doing what we need them to do. So the know more, do more, support more, those three things really do all tie together and feed into each other.
What is the goal of the survey itself?
There's really two goals. So one goal is to get an understanding of how our campus is feeling about MSU, experiencing this culture and climate, and the experiences they've had over the past year or so. And it's good for a campus to do that every few years to understand sort of the pulse at any given moment. Because we also did this survey in 2019, this is a chance to look at, has anything changed? Have we improved anything? We have a strategic plan. We've started some different programs, and there's been some policy changes. So it's an opportunity to say, can we see any of the impact of that work that we've been doing? Because we can now compare from 2019 to 2022.
What are some things you found in 2019 that have informed the survey for 2022?
Some of the things that we found in 2019 that we were able to respond to and make some changes at the university. So, for example, we found that LGBTQIA plus students, staff, and faculty experienced higher rates of sexual harassment and sexual assault than their non-LGBTQIA plus peers. So one of the things we did is we made sure that the Gender and Sexuality Campus Center was a resource that students could go to with some sense of privacy to be able to seek support. They've gotten some training. And so we hope to be able to see some of the effectiveness of making changes like that. We've added the sexual assault healthcare program that provides some additional services on campus, convenient, easy to access for our community members. There have been some policy changes around sanctions for RVSM. And so we hope to be able to kind of get a sense of how that might be impacting community members' perceptions and experiences here at the university.
The 2019 survey also taught us a lot about experiences that faculty and staff have had of incivility and other things of that nature at Michigan State. and that's kind of helped lead to things like the Positive Workforce Alliance and POE's Climate and Response Unit.
So who would you like to take this, and how would they take it?
Yeah, it's a survey designed for all students, staff, and faculty. So undergraduate, graduate, and professional students, all staff and all faculty will be invited to take the survey. It's really important that we hear from as many of our community members as possible. The more responses that we get, the more people we hear from, the better sense we have that we're getting a clear and complete picture of the climate and the culture here at MSU. So we really hope that everyone will, when they get that email, will click on the link and take the survey.
Yeah, and that email will be coming to all students, faculty, and staff on March 16th, which is the Wednesday after spring break, from nomore.msu@rti.org.
Everyone will get their own email, and in that email will be an access code. And so when you click on the link, you have a personalized access code. And so there's no need to forward it to a friend, because your friend should already get their own email, and you'll need that access code. It'll be very easy to click on the link and then just stick that access code in, and you'll get right to the survey. We noticed a few things in 2019, including, for example, that staff and faculty and students who are Black or from other marginalized racial and ethnic groups experience some higher rates of RVSM. But we also noticed that we had some lower rates of participation among those some of those communities. And so we really want to encourage everyone to share their experiences so we can have a clear and complete picture of their thoughts about our campus climate and culture, and the experiences that they've had. So again, we just really encourage everybody to consider taking the survey. The survey is administered by an external nonprofit research organization. That's really important because it means that MSU doesn't actually have access to the data. So whatever information you share on the survey is confidential. It won't be linked back to you. MSU won't know whether you took the survey, and that data will never be linked back to you and your specific identity. So we hope that makes people feel confident and free to share their experiences, knowing that they can remain confidential.
Yeah, I think on top of that, just to kind of like underscore the importance of making sure that students, faculty, staff who we didn't hear from necessarily as much last time, this is a great opportunity for members of those communities to be able to share their voices, especially because a lot of campus climate surveys on other campuses aren't necessarily reaching out to staff. You're not necessarily going out to faculty, as well as graduate students, but everyone's voice and everyone who is being invited to the survey's voice is important and pivotal in being able to understand and inform change on our campus.
And, you're going to find what you're going to find, but are there things you hope to learn, and will what you learn inform some of the Evolving Support More initiatives, for example?
Absolutely, yes. We, as I said, in 2019, we learned a lot in that survey that really we fed into the formation of the strategic plan, and we thought carefully about how this data and this information could teach us where we needed to put additional energy. And so we do hope to find out how our community is feeling about the university, their perceptions of some of those changes, of the policies, perceptions of just how included they feel on campus in general. So we do really look forward to hearing, the good, the bad, the indifferent, all sides of the issue, so that we can have a good sense of what are the remaining areas of need, what can we continue to target in order to, keep MSU on this path of trying to improve our response to survivors. One other thing about the No More survey, most campuses, when they do these climate surveys related to relationship violence and sexual misconduct, only survey students. And we felt like at MSU that it was really important to think about our community as a full community, that staff and faculty are a big part of the culture, the climate, the community at MSU, and to really do a campus-wide climate survey that's still fairly unique among other institutions. And we found that we learned so much from staff and faculty and the experiences that they're having that helped us to think about what MSU could be doing better, that we really look forward to, again, getting that sense across the full community, the experiences and perceptions. So we hope that everyone will consider taking the survey, will click on the link, enter their access code, take the survey. It takes about 15 minutes, so you can do it while you're having your coffee or before you have a meeting that's starting in 15, 20 minutes. You can hop on, take the survey, because the information really will help us. We will use the information. We'll share the information back with the community so that the community can also use that information to help MSU continue to improve our response to survivors.